Okay, welcome back to the second film about preparing for your controlled assessment. This is the lesson that we did just before. Just before we wrote it, and we were just looking at planning our task in an inventive, effective way. Now we did use the paragraphing and structure video from Cooper School, very kind of them to provide it, and it was really good. So you guys need to have watched that before you start writing. It's playlisted on our YouTube channel or theirs. So, yeah, we learnt to enter our controlled assessment in as prepared a way as possible, and to sort of brush up planning and writing techniques in preparation for actually doing it. So this was our title: choose a significant person in their life, describe them and explain why they're important. We did some silent planning because my anxiety, I suppose, was that you've got to put the thought in before you start to write. You absolutely have to. I know lots of people say, "Oh, so I don't want to plan. It's not too. I just don't, write it on the day." It doesn't work. It's not good enough. So you've got to. I kind of forced you, let's face it, to do some planning on your own, which was useful. So if you missed that lesson, you need to do so. This was the sheet you need to fill in your notes sheet. So you should have a copy of that. I'll give you one if you haven't. And we just looked at a very simple way to plan here, where you've got paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, where you're saying what's going to go in each paragraph. And I was talking about writing about a cat, and you're going to start with a description of a cat. I was going to build up and hold back key information. I put in here the first sentence. Whilst you can't write it out on this planning sheet, you can write keywords, key sentences, key phrases that you're going to use. So you've got those ready to just write up in your assessment. I've reminded myself to vary sentences. Paragraph 2. So this is sort of introducing who it is. Paragraph 2 is about describing the appearance and habits of the cat. I don't know. We're sort of making this up as we go along, but it doesn't matter about the content. You've just got to have a plan for what you're going to write about in each section. Paragraph 3, the day that the cat saved my life. We built up to it and we did a dramatic anecdote, although we didn't because we're just modelling the planning here. Okay, so in yours you need probably, I would say, 4 or 5 as the minimum paragraphs, as long as they're detailed and developed. We then did a little bit of e-learning to brush up on whatever areas you needed to improve on. And we're now ready to write the thing. As I said in the previous film, you've learned to do this already. You've prepared it for your exam. You've done really well. You've done loads of writing to describe, loads of writing to explain. It's just transferring that skill over to a new question. A reminder, don't overcomplicate it in your mind. What does make good writing is great ideas and content, so not just going for the obvious. Best words that you can choose. Spelling, you are assessed on spelling a bit in this. It's not the most important part of the assessment criteria, but really focus on trying to get those spellings right as far as you can. Don't panic if there's one that you don't know. Have a go anyway. So in here as well, in the words bit, you've got about techniques and imagery and rule of 3 and all that sort of thing. The best sentences that you can. Now, hopefully, you've watched the sentence variety videos off Charwell Online with some really, really good stuff there about learning specific sentence structures that you can use. And then, of course, paragraphs and structure. So beginning and ending in a really interesting way. Linking your paragraphs together, firstly, secondly, that sort of thing. Not only this, another reason I love my cat is. And beginning and ending in an interesting way. Okay, and that's that. So we're going to have a good crack at it. We'll write for you've got up to 2 hours, but you don't have to spend 2 hours really on this. We'll give it a good go and get it as good as we possibly can. And that's it. Right, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you there.